Okay. Let's see. Okay. So I am on my own tonight. So you just have to bear with me. I'm just going to share this. Put it in the live notification group. And I'm going to get that. And I'm going to share it into create a family group. Oh dear. And then put it there. And then just going to put it in the January class group. Just in case anyone misses it. Hello Deborah, how are you? Hello Christy. Okay. Hello Kelly, hello Tina. I'm looking forward to tonight. I had a tooth extraction. Oh, okay, Laura. Soup for you for dinner. Hello, Cheryl and Trish. I know. So this is paper number 4 from Redwood Farm. We don't have a lot of Redwood Farm left. We're going to work with what we have. Hello, Robin. Right, I'm just going to look back every now and then and check on the screen behind me for YouTube comments. Okay, so we've got Redwood Farm. We're going to use this piece, number 4. So we were going to have a super weekend this weekend. Life throws you curveballs, some really big ones. We kind of knew we might not be up to it, but then the curveballs have meant there was no way we were going to be up to it. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a class tonight, a class tomorrow night, and a class on Sunday night. Our super weekend this weekend was going to be called Beginnings. And we're going to use the Beginnings, the 2 paper ranges we started with. So I designed Redwood Farm first. And then I designed Springtime Tea Party, and they went to the printers together. It wasn't 1 kidney, it was 5 kidneys worth. 2 collections at once is a lot, especially 6 paper collections. And then we released Springtime Tea Party first because we did a virtual retreat with Springtime Tea Party. It was our first retreat we did with just our own paper. The Springtime Tea Party one. So, yeah, Redwood Farm didn't have a retreat. Not many collections haven't had retreats. So there's Redwood Farm, Robot Antics, Gnome for the Holidays, Swan Princess. The Islands was only an in-store retreat. Easter Blessings, Poppies, Fishing Fun, because they're 8x11s. I think that's about it. The others have all been some sort of virtual retreat or that. Hello, Di. Hello, Tash. Hello, Aileen. How am I looking over there? Hello, Diana. How are you? How are you all? So I designed this first, but released it second. So we're doing it first tonight. And tomorrow night, we'll do Springtime Tea Party. Now, Sunday night, Redwood Antics was next, I think. But we've done a lot with Redwood Antics. We haven't done a lot with the islands for a long time. So I wonder if we do the islands because it was next. But the islands has really only got one piece of paper. Apparently there's 2 in the shop, but there's only 1 online. Hello, Heather. Hello, Karen. I've missed lives of late. Well, last weekend we didn't do one because we were in Brisbane doing a pop-up shop and spending time with our kids, and Quentin was helping Milton move. And the weekend before, we just had all those storms and we just couldn't catch a break. So, yeah, we've been doing classes through storms just lately. How are you, Pam? I haven't seen Pam for a while. So, Karen, you probably haven't missed videos. It's probably there haven't been videos. Completely out of the house. House. No, just the plants and shed Monday morning. Yep. So, remember the store will be closed on Monday. There is an Australia Day public holiday. However you celebrate Australia Day or observe Australia Day, we usually do something at home in our garden. It's going to be too hot. Or we do something for family. So Monday we're doing something for family. We're helping Di move her plants because Di has a new home and a lot closer to us. Not a massive big dog leg to pick her up anymore, but also not far for us to go when she needs us. So Di's not blood family, but she's collected family. She's the family we've chosen, and we're very happy that Di chose us as family. So, yes. Well, Karen, you didn't miss anything while you're on your cruise. Hello, Tanya. Hope you enjoyed your cruise. I'm sure you absolutely loved your cruise. Let me look back here. Page look interesting. Oh, thank you, Margaret. Hello, Margaret. Margaret's on the tube. Sorry. My eyes aren't real good at distance. So I grabbed these 2 as well. So these are Aussie Grunge from our super weekend not long ago. And we're using this one. But we have a couple of new things. Oh, look, I've got scraps from my class this week. A couple of new things. Stay. For Redwood Farm. If you haunt the website, you saw them this afternoon or this evening. Hello, Mary. Hello, Kathy. It was amazing. It was my first one, and we'll definitely do it again at some point. That sounds good. Just found out today, I think one of our friends who works at Amelia's school is going on the same cruise that we're going on to New Zealand, so that's going to be interesting. Other ones over there. Hello, Joanne. How are you? Screen behind me gets the comments before the iPad does. So we've got the little flowers. Now, these are in red. I forgot to bring them home. We have these in red already, but I did some tealy aqua ones and some blue ones. I wanted these ones. These are a selfish thing because I wanted this color. But then I thought this would probably match my page, maybe, when you see the other things. Hello, Dawn. How are you? Okay, I am keeping up. And then we've got, so they're fussy cut essentials, and then we've got 3 fussy cut editions. So I was making the flowers, and because they're nice big white flowers or cream flowers. Hello, Trish. Saw Trish last weekend. That's the thing about doing pop-ups. You get to see people you don't see normally. You just see comments from. Hadn't seen Trish in a while. So yeah, these are nice big flowers. Thought they'd be cool. And then I got sidetracked and made fences and windmills. Love the windmills and fences gates. Yes. So these are actually on the farm, which is a sub-collection of Redwood Farm. that's a little technical. Then we have the hexagons. And I just went with one with, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 patterns. I don't normally do 6 patterns on a hexagon because it can be hard to use because it can look very busy. But these will actually not look too busy if used together, I think. Well, actually, I know they're not going to look too bad. They're going to work really well together, whereas it's really hard sometimes to get 6 patterns to work in harmony all the time. And then we've got a companion page because I haven't done a companion page for a while. I know. I have heard the murmurings that we needed more companion pages because you guys love companion pages. So I wanted a denim one because we sold out of the denim page. It had this red on the back. And we just haven't used these mushrooms before. They come with the red flowers, and I'm just like, they'd be cool, wouldn't they? I'll find a use for those. Oh, I missed stuff. So Kathy loves the windmills and fences. And hubby used to be a windmill contractor. The flowers of divine says Tina, and Tina's husband used to be a windmill contractor. There we go. You know what we might do? I'm just going to do something. Right. Love the windmills. Hubby used to be a windmill contractor. Flowers are divine. So, this could go flat. What we're going to do is we're just going to... Oh, I don't know what I did then to the video. This could go flat before we finish the class. Not done that before. Now I can see everyone's comments. Hello, Angela. How are you? And the live picture's this big. We'll be right. Okay, so let's start a page. Let's use this and a companion page to start with. Oh, and I grabbed some chipboard. Yeah, picture wheel, pictogram, I don't know. Photo clicky thing, we used to call them as kids. Some bees. Quentin picked You and Me and Australian Adventure. But I saw Generations of Love, and I've had this photo kicking around for a while. It's printed in January 2015. So it would have been our visit, 2016, I mean. It would have been around the 28th, 29th of December 2015. So she's like not quite 18 months old. He's nearly 9.5, and she's 15, and he's 18. So he's just finished school. Yeah. That's the correct hair for just finished school. Rightio. So I did find that. I know it's a really big photo. We'll cut it down a little bit, but this is the kids with their great-grandmother. These guys are across 4 generations. Obviously, she's a generation a whole lot away. Love the companion page. Thank you, Jeanette. How are you? I know you guys are addicted to companion pages. I do love them. Just a piece of cardstock and a companion page makes a whole page. Oh, you need a title. So we're going to get this piece of paper number 4. Now, I'm going to make I don't have a scribe. Naomi's working till 9:30 tonight. So I will make the kit as soon as I finish class. So we're going to cut the barcode off. And you need to be, this is the first collection I designed. And it's bang on 12 inches. Hence why I did things a bit different for the next one. Right. Okay. Let's start prepping this baby. Let's remove our fussy cuts. I'm so excited. I was able to, well, whether they come or not, I was able to order this week both sizes of Tim Holtz scissors. Fingers crossed we get both this time. So let's just trim this up nice and even. Trim the white off. We're not going to waste anything. Waste not. Want not. Now let's see how big that is. It's my trusty T ruler. Let's cut a piece of the denim that's like, let's go, let's just cut this down a bit. Actually, let's just rip that off there. I don't need to do that right now. Let's make this piece of denim as tall as we can by like, let's go 5 inches wide, and then we might tear the edges. Typing one-handed infection in my bursitis. Oh no, so I can't even scrapbook. Oh Mel, that's criminal. That's cruel. That's like an indicator of a very cruel world where you can't scrapbook. That would be awful. Do you want me to add links to comments of products or do anything? Sorry to hear that, Mel. If you could, Tina, I have got, oh, it's not a touch screen. I can, if you go, there is a link to Redwood Farm. It's down the bottom in YouTube. It's up the top in Facebook. Or over to the side if you've got Facebook on a full screen. But yes. I will not say no to assistance. So, oh, we're not going to cut that yet. So then let's take our piece and let's, from this left-hand edge, and make sure your writing's the right way up. Let's come across 5 inches. Let's come across 4.5 inches. Sorry, not 5 inches. Let's come across 4.5. We've got that there. And then let's do something like this. Obviously, we're going to have a hole in the middle to extend the length. And we're going to have to build a page. We're going to build a page and then chop it up. So let's do that. Okay. So I said we were going to tear a bit off the denim. So I'm going to get my creative ruler out, which has got a tearing edge on it. So it's centering, tearing. This is 1 inch from the edge. half inch is half inch and quarter inch is quarter inch from the edge. It's got some little stitchy, pokey holes that you can use for fake stitching or real stitching. It's got a hangy hole. So let's tear a tiny bit off this edge. I've got to be careful not to assume that everyone that turns up to a video has seen all my products. This pain is shocking. Oh, Mel, that must be awful. So is the pain of not scrapbooking worse than the pain of the injury? I know that seems like a horrible question, but knowing how much you scrapbook, I'm pretty sure you might have tolerated a fair bit of pain with it before you stopped scrapbooking, knowing you, Mel, which is exactly what I would do. So I'm just using my fingernail and my finger just to grab and pull this. Sometimes I'll just do a big rip against the tearing edge, but I don't want to do that tonight. I just want it to be short and neat. Scrapbooking, I'm getting withdrawals. Oh, what could you do? I bet it's in your, like, your writing arm, so it's not like you can plan pages or anything, or do sneaky fussy cutting. If I don't craft for a few days and start to get very grumpy. Watch out, says Cheryl. Oh my gosh, Cheryl. You know what, Cheryl? I'm looking forward to our morning walks when we go cruising together. Hopefully you don't walk too fast, because I want to explore and investigate and see what's around. The kids want to know everything that's on the boat or the ship. It's a boat. So we're just tearing a little bit off, just walking my fingers down. If you suffer from arthritis, probably just cut this piece a little wider, give yourself a little bit more room, and then just rip, tear, and bust. Or just, if you didn't cut it wider, just give yourself a bit more room, just grab it and rip it, and then this will just be narrower, and that's cool. So I'm going to extenderate this. Yep, that's a technical term. So I'm going to put tape on both the long edges, because I find that's a bit easier at this point in time. And then I do have a little trick when I cut it apart, so I know which is the right bit, and I don't stick the wrong bit up the wrong way. So I can't wait. There is a walking track. Oh, you'll get to that. Broke my foot. At least I can still scrapbook. Oh, dear. At least you can. I've had broken toes a lot recently. I broke my foot. I broke just on the edge of the toes. Still a bit sore, but it's the opposite side to the one I broke when we were moving Naomi. Just before we moved Naomi. If it's anything like our cruise, OMG, everything is on the ship. I think ours was like a 5-star resort on a ship that pretty much moved every day, and lots of days we were in port in new places. I just cruised on Ovation of the Seas at Christmas. Incredible ship. Ovation of the Seas is the ship we're going on when Naomi, John and I are teaching in December, and we're going to Vanuatu. So you can go on Ovation of the Seas with us in December, and Naomi, John and I will be teaching for it's an 8-night cruise, and we're teaching for 4 days. Just cramming the craft in there. Quantum of the Seas is the one that we're going on in March, and Deborah's here, and Cheryl. Quentin's not here. He's packing shelves. So when I go to cut across, I actually make sure it's a bit of a bodgy cut. I've made the mistake before you all know my eyesight's not fabulous, where I've cut it sort of straight across with scissors. It's just like cut, cut, cut. It's not quite been perfect. When I finished the page, I realised like I've got it stuck together, and I've got like a whoop in the bottom or a whoop in the top, and I've gone, well, now I have to trim my page down because it's got a piece out of it because I didn't notice when I did it. But I'm going to notice if I stick that at the bottom. Just me. It's just me. So I'm going to grab my creative ruler again, and we're going to use it to build our page. So we want to come in a bit. About there, you reckon? No, a little less. Reckon about there? Maybe there. So I've got lined up. Be good if I didn't keep moving it. No, it's too far. Don't think I have enough tape for that. To ship Quantum is a sister ship. We'll love it. There you go. Thank you. Yes. Ovation is only new. No, I think it's only new here or something. It doesn't do all of them. But yes. Very much looking for... Oh, no. Anthem of the Sea, I think we're going on in December. Anthem of the Sea is new. I think it's replacing Ovation in Australia or something. Okay. Exactly. I think it's Anthem we're going on in December, to be perfectly honest. Ovation is the one that I think Melissa Kennedy's about to go on in a couple of days. She's teaching on one. Okay, so we've just turned out a tiny bit. And we're just going to pop this on here, and I'm sort of eyeballing. Yep. I'm going to hold there and there. Let's turn it around. Oh, I do like that. The green and the cream and the beige with the blue. Looks really nice. Now, see, this is where my mistake happened. I've gone to do my second one, and it was nearly perfect, but not quite. I've stuck it on and not realised that it's a bit Dodgerama. Tina, you're amazing. Thank you. Okay. So now what I'm going to have to do is when I put this on, I just need to sort of, I'm looking up here as well, making sure it kind of looks like it's in the right place. I don't know if this is square after all of that. Sometimes, like if you struggle to do this and you struggle to get it square, if you get a bridging piece and it's not square. Look, it's on an angle. It's on an awful angle. Look at that. That's really bad. This piece here wasn't straight when I did the first one. Look at that. And that is why we do 6mm tape and not glue. Because if I'd been waffling, thank you, Tina. If I'd been waffling, which I am, and then I hadn't noticed it straight away, the glue would not be movable. Whereas 6mm tape is movable. That. Too much talking, I'm not doing it. little guy. That's straight up. That looks straight-ish. Okay. Let's get our lopper chopper. Obviously, we can't cut that way. Doesn't fit in. So I'm going to cut it just beyond the 12-inch mark. Like just like a 1/4 inch past, because what I like to do is just pop it in and go, oh, yep, that's square. And then do my 12 inches. And then hopefully that's square. Just hanging over just a touch there. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, and the writing's at the top up there. So what I'm going to do is get a wider tape. Like that. Just got to tidy up a little bit. Just tap tap. Right. This is a really big photo. I actually think I need a smaller photo. I might need to get that smaller. I don't think I've got the original file, but so let's put I've quite luckily already scrapbooked this one. I think I might swap it for like a smaller one. I do have that one, but there's no Amelia Ann in that. There's no Amelia. She wasn't with us yet. Because that little fella there is Noah. He's only very little there. I do have this one that Grandma took, great grandma took. That's a nice photo. That's when we took Amelia Ann down. She was very little. We took her down to meet great grandma for the first time. Yep. Let's maybe use that one. Because there's like, well, we're the same generation, but they're not all the same generations. And let's get our design board out. I haven't been able to replace my broke light yet. So I'm going to have a little ring just here. Just here. Sorry. Or maybe we have the ring in the middle. And then when we put the photo on, it'll cover. It's a glossy photo, of course. So this is a design board. Got to remember to explain things. So this is a creative design board. It's not flexible. It's not flexible. It's thick. It's 4.5 mil thick. It's designed by me. It's got a 1-inch grid. It's got a center. It's got the numbers on the outside. It doesn't come scratched up with paint on it. A lot of you have these, and yours are beautiful and pristine. Naomi John's is pretty awesome, almost pristine. I cut on mine because I'm okay with that, and it reduces the glare of that ring light. Naomi John gets paint on mine. So do I occasionally, but she's really bad for getting paint on mine. And yeah, that's okay. She doesn't get paint on her own. But yes, it is so that you can design your layout, move it to the side, and then put your layout together. So I'm about to start using it. Do forget that there are new people on watching a video that have not been around with us and seen all our awesome products. Right, let's put a couple of mushrooms. I don't know why I'm putting mushrooms on, but I do have some nice photos from Brisbane because we visited my aunt, so it is quite trippy. Quentin finds it really, really trippy because my aunt shares the same blue eyes with my dad and our Noah. Noah has my dad and my aunt's beautiful blue eyes. He's our only blue-eyed child. Milton has hazel eyes that change, and Naomi's are classified as green, but hers do change. And Amelia's haven't, she's a bit old, but they haven't really settled into a colour yet, so sometimes Milton has 2 different colour dyes in a photograph. Something like that, I really think. Love my board. I love my board as well. There you go. I think everyone that has a design board loves it. Design board was designed, I didn't think anyone would really want one. I did it for me. Sorry. And then everyone wanted them. But yes, it was one of those things. When I do a video, and Mel can attest to this, when you're doing a video and you're creating along, you can't necessarily, well, I can't, because I stream through my phone. I can't take a picture of where it's at when I'm really pleased with it. I'm going to say it doesn't always turn out the same as what's on the board, but you know, it's nice to have a bit of a guide. Sometimes it turns out the same as what I've planned. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know about that. So let's have a look at our other new things. I don't think I want a windmill. Fence. Maybe. Let's leave them there. I like the gum leaves, but there's other leaves. Both sizes of the design board regular. Oh, yep, I should say that. There is another size for card makers. It's not a palette. Well, you can use it as a palette. Naomi John uses this one as a palette, especially if she's designing something to go on she actually uses this a lot at pop-up shops. So she'll put a paint on here and then she'll be designing her tag here. So we actually have a solution for this coming, this paint business. We are working on a solution. I think the blue would look nice, but I think I want that color. And I think I want some white flowers. And I think I want a frame. And it sounds like I'm being a bit, you know, want, doesn't it? I've got to make this into a kit. Don't think the gum leaves are going to work. I love these gum leaves. I will just happily sit and cut them out. I love the gum leaves. I love our Aussie Grunge reboot, how it turned out. I do have a sheet of the Aussie Grunge green here that I could use as my photo mat, but I don't know how that's going to work. I like to cut these frames a bit not so straight, a bit rough, so that they are nice and rustic. They're like a nice rustic wooden frame. I do like these frames. I'm using them in a project I'm working on for something else. Can't tell you about it. I do feel a little ripped off that I didn't get for Christmas my extra 10 hours a day like I asked for. I'm sort of a bit annoyed at the universe that it didn't give me the extra time in the day. I'm feeling like I need an extra 10 hours a day at the moment to get everything done I want to get done and sleep. Oh, let's go. Now we've got this little notchy bit here. What we do? I'm not sold on the mushrooms now. That car has gone. Let's cut this one out to maybe use for journaling. So I think Mealy must have been 3 weeks old when this photo was taken. Oh no, she wasn't. She was a bit older than that. We didn't travel with her because she was 2 weeks old when we got the car, and then we went to a wedding in town. I think Naomi John was only 2 weeks old when she went to her first wedding, and hers was an out-of-town wedding in Bundaberg. She's still pretty small. She'd have to at least be 5 or 6 weeks there, I think. She's small, not what she was. And then we'll do something sort of here for journaling. And then something like that. What do you think? Oh gosh, 45 minutes. I've been waffling for 45 minutes. Come on, Lisa, get your crap together. I got sick and broke my foot, so rest, yeah. It was really good last weekend, but It was a busy weekend, but it was so lovely being with all the kids. I haven't shared the pictures yet. I need to share the pictures. We went for one of our Sunday night walks. We stayed in the city. It was cheaper to stay in the city this time, so we went for one of our walks. We went to Queen's Wharf and went up top. Naomi John hadn't been there before, so we've got a couple of these little flowers, these little ones. Fussy Cut Edition. So the difference between a Fussy Cut Essential is lots and lots of a similar thing. So you've got, it's especially good for leaves. So this is an essential because it's got lots of gum leaves, right? This one's lots of little flowers for fillers. Like these are so good when they're good gap fillers. It's when and if you're making a mini book or an album or a whole heap of similar pages, or you love a particular color, that's what essentials are good. They're essential to creativity. An addition is bigger things. So like big frames, big windmills. I've got something else in the works I'm working on that's even bigger, but and this is an addition. It's got really big flowers, like big feature things. But I better explain that because I don't always explain myself. I just assume you all understand what's going on in my head. That's a bad thing to do. You should never assume. And I think we need a bit more green, like to back this green here up. So let's cut this little guy out, and then we'll just use these leaves. We'll steal his leaves. And then do we want... So we're going to make like a cluster, and then we're going to put it together. I think we're going to cut this set of leaves up that were on the companion page so we can tuck them in and around. And then let's do this rose here. Now, when I make the kit, when we make a kit, say we're using this, when we make a kit, if it says an A5, you're only going to get an A5. So that's half of that. And sometimes you need to look at, so in the video, yep, I'm going to cut up. If this was the only fussy cut thing you were getting, I'd use that much. We would make an A5 so you pay for less. You're not going to get the A4 because we're only going to charge you for an A5. So you're actually paying for less to keep the price of the kits down. I try and keep my kits at a really reasonable price. And let's do that for starters. I was going to fussy cut, but it was really late when we got home. And Noah cooked dinner, so he did a good job. Although he didn't come to work today. It was a great weekend. And then we had breakfast on Monday at Milton's latest project. So it's very nice. Except I got a warning up on the screen in the car when I was driving there. We've had the car at the tyre place and I drove over a roofing screw with a smart tyre, so it didn't go down or anything. So Quentin's done the internal repair on it. The guy helped us work out what we needed to do. And then at the tyre place, so yes. Lucky they're smart tyres, but yes, I drove over what we're pretty sure is a roofing screw on Wynnum Road. Last time I drove over a roofing screw in Brisbane, I got a flat tyre and I was wearing a nightie tucked into a pair of jeans with a baseball cap on and fluffy slippers in big out traffic as well. Yep. I never drove Quentin into base again in not for public consumption attire. It didn't look too bad, but yes, we had a new car at that time, and he opened up the boot and found out that they'd forgot to put the spare tyre in the new car. So when we get a car now, the first thing he does is he opens up and he checks there's a spare tyre in it, because that's not a nice surprise in peak hour traffic, getting a flat tyre with no spare and no jack. No spare, no jack. That was pretty funny. At least we didn't have kids. There were no little kids in the car with us. So I'm editing these flowers as I go. I'm just, cutting them sort of whoopty-whoopty, going around, making up my own edges. This stuff cuts beautifully. It's French, because there's no mills in Australia anymore, unfortunately. Our flare buttons are still made with Australian paper, because when the last Australian mill closed down, we bought probably a 10-year supply of what we use for flare buttons. Yeah. I don't think it's going to last the 10 years, but our flare buttons will at least have Australian paper in them for a few more years to go. I just don't like little sharp pointy bits. You're all very quiet tonight. Either that or I can't see the comments. Mel's not fussy cutting while she watches. I'm trying to think, Mel, what you could do creatively. You could probably record voice memos with page and video ideas on your phone. Noah does a lot of voice memos. When he thinks of things, he does voice memos a lot. I think one of his teachers told him, encourage that. We're going to cut that one up for the leaves and the flower separately. I'm going to make it separate. I think we're going to cut that one up too, that red one. Right, So let's snip that flower off there. And then we've got that leaf. Yeah. And these ones. So I'll just cut through there. So we got that, and that from it. Rightio. So we've got that pear. That one. That one. I think Noah has gone to his room on social media. And Amelia Ann is out watching a movie. I think we need another bit of, you know, we need a bit more. We need another one of these. I think we need another one of these, at least. So I break down what I fussy cut into easy steps. I try not to make difficult things to fussy cut. I try and make it easy for you to fussy cut. Oh, look, he must have heard me. Voice for the deep has merged. Either that or he was watching the video. Making sure Mum wasn't talking smack about him or something. Right. Okay, let's cut. Let's just, yep, hack it off. Cut. Put that there. something like that. What do you think? Tops of red make it, yeah. Oh. Wow. Let's be brave. Cut out 3 flowers. I like these. They're just zip, zip. Not as easy as little pointy flowers. Little pointy flowers are just zip, zip. Don't think it needs a teal. I think you may actually be correct. It may be my favourite colour, but I don't think it's this layout. It needs something. I think the photo needs to be matted. Matted it. I was going to put some hexagons on it. Needs something. Naomi John will probably put fluoro pink on here. She's not hit. So while we're in New Zealand, you guys have got Naomi John for everything. Got her for March class group. And Friday nights. And I don't know if I'm sold. No, I don't know if I'm not sold. You know what? Sometimes I feel like I'm trying to find the answer and it just doesn't come to me straight away. I do have a new fussy cut thing that gets released next weekend. Yeah. If you're doing the Happy Land retreat and you open it early, which you're not meant to do, please don't share the secret. There is a secret in the box. I did have little bees, didn't I? This is cool. It's got the little emails on it. So when I make the hexagons and diamonds and tags and that, I actually have it all set up so that it shrinks the pattern down to the size of the thing, the shape. I don't know if these are good. I could just be grasping. That's the problem with teaching a live class without a plan. Sometimes, oh, that's a bit pale. Sometimes I just don't know what to do. I was going to do fussy cutting before class. Like I say, I've got cake. Love watching cream, thank you. Number 2 is on my wish list. Thank you, Tina. Naomi will appreciate that. Don't think it needs the teal. And what's that? I love teal as well, but I think it looks good without. Yeah, I think yes, matte photo. Yes, I think so too. Looks awesome. I don't know how. We could build a photo mat with that. We could build a photo mat. We could build something out of nothing. And how many times have we done that? Just a few. Oh, I can see white on it. The hexagon's looking okay. I think they're not bad. Better than I thought they were going to be. Quentin calls my approach the fluff and stick. He reckons I fluff around, I might make a background, I might make some embellishments, and I'll just fluff around, and then all of a sudden I'll stick it together. I wander off doing a side quest. So that's Naomi John's new statement. That's from last week. He goes, Dad's got to quit with the side quests, we've got to go. No time for any more side quests, Dad. It was one day last week, and it was like, oh my gosh, that is just so Quentin. So yes, he goes off on a side quest and comes back, and the page is done. Oh, I'm not sure about the teal flowers. They're sort of like, they sit in there nicely as a little, like a nice little surprise, don't they? I just, dark one there. I recently designed. It's probably, people are going to think it's a bit of an odd colour scheme. with the hexagons, but I don't know if it'll work. But yes, I designed a bit of an odd set of colours together for a project. What about that? No, that's a lot of red there. There, what about that? There. And we'll fill behind here with a bit of the beigey colour. Bit of that. But let's get this stormy looking stuff and make a photo mat. So you can see that I'm putting it all together on the design board, and then I'll bring it all beige, blue grey. I think the blue grey. Or do we do the denim? Do we build it out of the denim? Nah, it's denim. Oh geez, I flickered it everywhere. Take a chunk of that to go in there. And then I'm going to build a photo mat. Oh. Love the way your page is looking. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. Thank you, Mel and Dawn and Marissa and Jeanette and Cheryl and Tina. So, this photograph is written on in biro. You shouldn't, Grandma did that. You shouldn't write on photos with biro because eventually that's going to come through to the front. But that's okay for the moment. I'm just going to sort of tack it on, and what I'll do is I'll scan the photograph and reprint it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan this, her handwriting, and because that's Quentin's grandma's writing, and I'm going to I'll put that on the page with it because that's her. We don't have her anymore. So you can already see, I don't know if you can see on the video, but it's already starting to leach through. So is it a 6x4? It's nearly. Right. So let's cut this 6 1/4. And it's going to be like, so we need a piece that's 6 1/4 by 3 1/4. Right. So what we're going to do is going to get my creative ruler out. I'm going to put some tape along the bottom back of this 6 1/4 wide piece. We're going to actually build a photo mat. Put that bit there. Stick that there. So we had 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So you really can't tell that it's not straight, that it's not together. And where I've got the bit of tape here, I'm just gonna, so tape is easily removed. If it's good tape you can remove, and good tape sticks longer. This is expressive tape. So we would normally cut the middle out of this. We're going to do that in any case, but we're going to be a little bit mindful, because if we hack down here, it's going to fall apart. We just need to make sure when we put it together that we cover this bit here up. Okay, so let's turn it over and to cut our middle out. And we do this to alleviate weight in our albums, save paper, and sometimes you just need a little bit to finish something off. Waste not, want not. But I'm going to not put this on too tightly, and I'm not going to cover Grandma's handwriting because I want to scan that at work. And what I might do is I might print that, and it's going to have the shadow of the thing at the back. I might print that on like a bit of vellum, or I might try and shove a bit of this through my printer. Oh, that's not going to work. It might. But I'm going to try and print it on something and include it on my layout. It's about memory keeping. But I won't. This photo is ruined because Biro is not acid free. So the photograph is technically ruined. But that's okay. The technology exists for me to copy it, reprint it, and then, yeah, I can really see that. And then, but I won't throw this photo out, this original, because she took the time to write on that. I'll put it aside with the other photos I've got. I've got lots of photos that this has happened to. So that's going to go in there, but I think I'm going to put the photo on Chippy Strip. So Chippy Strip is our foam tape alternative that we manufacture. It is, I'm not going to stick it in on the photo because I want to get the photo out. It is 1 millimeter high. It's white chipboard. We don't make the chipboard, but we cut the chipboard. We cut the chipboard in the store. So it's not foam. You could leave a comment when you purchase it asking for it to just be in a clip seal sandwich bag, not packaged as well. We do that for a lot of our customers. Oh, that's been upside down. That's just going to pour out, isn't it? If you missed it, we've actually got our classes. We're going to do classes at pop-up shops now, not just crops. We've got classes and crops at our pop-up shops. We've also got our retreats out till the end of the year. We may do one more retreat, but I think we won't. I think we will end it at 7 for this year. So Happy Land starts next weekend with our virtual retreat, and then we have Island Sands, which you've still got a little bit of time to book into. And then after Island Sands, we have Very Vintage, Then we have Nature's Way. Then we have Western Girl. Then we have Cutie Bugs. Then we have Fantasyland. Just a few. But they're all there. And you have the option to choose pay in store and then ring us on a regular basis and pay over the phone. Or some of you actually deposit each fortnight into the bank account a small amount, and it goes towards paying your retreats off. Let's stick that on there. And then I think we put that little journaly block thing on Chippy Strip as well. 3 bits on that. Sorry. I put the denim behind the photo. Oops, sorry. I did read that, but it just didn't click. What colour are we going to do our title? Let's put this frame on some Chippy Strip. Oh, looks like a nail. Just going to put these top 2 corners on the Chippy Strip. This top corner, which is actually this one here. Let's put that corner there, up there on Chippy Strip. And what we're going to do is we're going to go snip that off when we get to that. Okay, let's stick. So I like it like that, and then I'm going to put that straight. The photograph straight. So let's build that. I'm going to put that I need to move that. I don't want it so close to his head. There, like that. What colour are we going to do our title? Do we think red? Which is bold. I know. It's bold. I've got a little bit of a mess. I just have to clean it up momentarily. A little bit in moaning. I hope she's not still in that shower. Okay. So I think now is the time to do our title. We could do the title gold, you know. We could do like a gold title and then golden bees, couldn't we? Oh God, I've been faffing around for an hour and a half. Oops. The bees are very little, so yeah, they're not perfect. They're very little. Oh, here's the gold here. It'll reflect the center of the flowers, I think. Oh, it's another color. It's a lot of color. Just being naughty and booked a retreat. Oh my gosh, Tina. Oh God. You're going to love it. I take it was a virtual retreat because you guys aren't heading this way yet. I think it's on Tina's. I'm pretty sure it's on Tina and her husband's list of things to do to come to Gladstone. I think you guys will love it. This is meant to be a disposable palette. It's a reusable palette. I think we're out of them right now. I went to get some for someone the other day. So I water the paint down a little at first, a little bit more at first for the first coat so that I don't have thick paint going into... I wish I'd worked this out like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, because I wanted to get chipboard coloured in one coat, and yeah, and then I'd be forever trying to get the bits of paint out of the details. And although I'm just not sure that we necessarily had access to such detailed chipboard back then. We did, but we didn't. That makes sense. It's a whole lot dearer. I think I designed this for a weekly class, this Generations of Love. I think, maybe. Now, let's see how that colour settles in, whether we like it just with one coat or if I'm going to put another coat on, because another... I like... Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of the rustic greyness showing through. I'm not a fan of raw chipboard, but it does have a place. Just not often on my pages. But it does have a place. Oh. Oh, it might have a place. I just think if I put too many coats of gold on it, it could get a bit too yellowy, sparkly, darkly. Yes, if it rains. Yeah, well, we're praying for rain for you guys. That you get decent rain. So let's there. Let's fling our bees back on. I think one coat is enough. It's an awful lot on this page for me. Got a little bit of paint left, so let's flick some paint. So now, see, I think that looks pretty good, like that. I can take this on my design board and I can move it over here. And then I can do something to this, which what we're going to do is just going to have a look for my fan brush. Now tell me to look at. No, it went with us. There it is. Fan brush. Scoop some water up. Bit more water. Bit more water. Let's look again. Let's bring it back for a second audition. So we know we've got stuff here and here and here. We've got a tiny bit there. Like it's just a couple of flickers there. We've got stuff here, here, and here. So we know sort of where I want to put a little bit of, and the flecks are just to help bring our colour, only that much there, to help bring our colour we've used on our title into our background, but also to just bring it all together. Wearing a white t-shirt looking gold paint. Not a good look. And that's enough. Let's put that over there. Put that over there. Yeah, my trusty cloth. Make sure it's all dry. There's some there. Not on me. Okay. So let's find our flowers and things that are going to be at the top. We don't want to be flooded. No. Rain is good. Flooding is not. So this flower we know is sort of a feature above. So I'm going to put some chippy strip on there. And then we'll put a little bit on this leaf out here. We'll put a little bit out here. But we might trim a piece off there, so we won't put any on there. Yeah. They're underneath. This one's on top. And then the mushrooms, let's not put anything under the stalks, but let's just put a little bit of chippy strip under the top of each mushroom so that we can get some dimensionality. Big word there for me tonight. Build some dimension up with it. One goes there. So I am kind of destroying it now, but I've been staring at it for like an hour in position. Right, next thing to do while we've got it like this is, and what I should have done is as I cut these hexagons, I should have put tape behind them. Now, I said that the last time I used hexagons, that I should have put tape behind them before I set them down on my design board. When you buy your kit, which I'll make after class, when you buy your kit and you put yours together, make sure when you cut your hexagons you put tape behind them so it's easier. Not sure about them little teal flowers. I like them, but I don't know if it needs them. But I like them. Let's be honest. Brutally honest. Right, let's check if this is dry. Because it is hot, hot, hot here. I have got the air conditioner running. Right, I think that's enough. So, let's slide this over. Slide that down. Let's get rid of all that for now. So I'm going to slide this over here. Slide that one that way. So it's all built around our photograph. Like that. Which doesn't really stand out, but it does. Right. I'm going to get my tea roller. A small cream would be better. Yeah, it could be. So, I've got my tea ruler on. I'm lining the bottom edge of my photo mat. Got my tea ruler lined up here. Bottom edge of my photo mat with my tea ruler. Going to come in just a little bit, and I'm sort of eyeballing the edge of the top edge of my hexagon there. Now these hexagons do look nice when and what I can do is come along and put this in and then go, yep, that's good. It's the beauty of tape. I can't remember what I was saying. Holy crap. Line it up. There we go. That one doesn't really show up. Maybe we turn it around. So it's upside down. Like that. That's better. So then we've got our mushroom. That. See, we're covering up this corner where we did our patch job. It was going to be underneath this flower, but I like it on top now. So let's get our tea ruler again. Sorry, I'm going to put my head away. Okay, so I'm going to tuck this one in here. Sort of big, nice big daisy looking one. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. Okay, I'll show you that bit. We've covered up that hole. I like the green coming across there and that glue. Like that. There we have it. I'm trying to use up all my glue. Not buying new glue until it's all gone. Do have, I say that all the time too, buy glue and it's always in varying stages of used. So there. So when you're building a cluster, you're sort of making sure the bits kind of make sense, like how the leaves and flowers would interact, and the leaves would come out from behind. And I feel like I need to put my title in because it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit. Let's do that. Let's add the title now while it's. I didn't order. I forgot to use. Oh. Just message me, Tina, and I'll have a look at it for you. If it's one of the ones coming up, you should have got an automatic. It should have been automatic. The code. Okay, so I've used a final nozzle there. there is more of this coming. So this is a little bit hard, this one, to put the T-ruler up against. So what I'm doing is eyeballing the bottom of the generations word with the bottom of the photo mat and putting a lot in there so it looks like it's nice and dark. I actually like that it's over the top of the leaf. I like that. That's pretty cool. Let's put that baby on. Let's hide it. That's what we're doing. We're hiding it. So this is big enough that I could have put tape on this. A leaf we salvaged earlier. Red leaves. Red leaves. Go there. Oh, that's a bit contrived looking. That looks a bit like I planned that. Even though I did. I don't know. I like the freshness of the aqua teal coloured flowers, but I just don't know if it needs it. I don't think it does. Right, so I'm at that point. I just need to, so we have like that one there. There. Oh, and mill up the right way. Like that. What do you think? Oh, that way. Put a Buzzy Bee on down here. He is so cute. Right, let's get a T-ruler into action.
Yeah, just the cornflakes. Oh, yeah, just cornflakes.
It's just... She hid in plain sight. Well, I'm going to say that he didn't take his babysitting duties seriously is more the answer for tonight's dilemma as to why Amelia Ann's still out of bed at 9 o'clock at night. I could add them, but I just don't think it needs it. Do you? I don't think so. I can cut them out for something else. Oh, hello, Quentin. Title is connected. Yes. Title is very connected. Thank you, Tina. Rightio. Right. So we might need a little bit of glue under this one because it's right on the edge and it's got the potential to fall off. And he definitely needs a bit of glue because there's nothing holding him on here. The others have got like flowers and... Oh, you got to unscrew it. Others have got like flowers and bees and things holding them on. See, we've got that hole in the middle because we kind of Frankensteined our page. So we've got those couple up there, and then we've got this whole cluster here. I think the hexagons were the thing we needed. And then down here, and here. And remembering I probably need, does it need one more? It looks crooked. No, it's not. It looks crooked. It needs another one here, doesn't it? Let me see. Just give me a look. Let me make this even bigger. Expandorate that. You look at the screen. I'm not a fan of glossy photos. No, that's okay in there. Peeking through. Oh no, it needs a hexagon there. Sorry, it does. Let's use a brick wall one. We did book drop off today. We start school back on Tuesday here in Queensland. So we did early drop off today. Chatted with Amelia's teachers. She's got 2 teachers this year for year 5. One of them was saying it was so hot last week on the Thursday, that really hot day, our hottest day on record here in Gladstone. Her house electricity fritzed out, her air conditioning and everything fritzed, even with the solar. Our air conditioning at the store was working overtime because it froze the pipework up in the ceiling, up above the suspended ceiling. It froze the pipework, and the air conditioner leaked. One of them did. That's better. There we go. Thank you, Di. Thank you, Tina. And thank you so much for helping me, Tina, tonight. Keeping me going. Keeping me on track. Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Kelly. Oh, Kelly, we get to catch up in 2 weeks. So excited I get to see you again. Mel, take care of yourself to be able to scrapbook it. Yes, Mel, you do need to listen to the doctors and wait until they tell you can scrapbook. Otherwise, it'll be even longer before you get to scrapbook properly. I want to see you back scrapping again. Can't wait. Me too. Kelly is all booked in for classes. Because Kelly and Dawn are booked in. So, and Margie's booked in. So there's still plenty of space to do the crop on the Saturday and the classes on the Sunday. Thank you, Tina. You're amazing. So there we go. I'm going to put my journaling here. I know the date. It's on the back here. I'm going to scan my photo and reprint it because it's been written on in biro. But I'm also going to scan Grandma's handwriting. Was Quentin's grandma, but she's been my grandma since I was a teenager. So yeah. The kids were really lucky. They had the older two had 2 great grandparents until the year before Noah came along. About 6 months before Noah came along was when we lost my granddad. And then, so Noah and Amelia Ann had a great grandma. And they were really lucky. Just pretty cool, great grandma. So there we go. One page to watch you create. Thank you, Karen. Looks amazing. Thank you for sending me a card and project. Oh, that's so wonderful, Joanne. You'll have to share what she made tonight in the Creative Family group. Can't wait to see it. So thank you for coming along. I'm going to put I'm going to go and put my 10-year-old to bed. And make sure my 18-year-old has done his kitchen duties tonight, which I don't think he has. And then I'm going to make the kit live. So thank you all for coming along. Take care. Stay safe. We will see you tomorrow morning for our weekly roundup. And you're amazing. Thank you so very much. You're the best creative family that a family could ask for. So thank you very much. Take care, and we'll see you soon. I'm multitasking here, waving with one hand, and I'm using the other one to end the stream. See you all later. Bye. Thank you.